Hi there, welcome to the Timeform weekend preview. Of course, storm this, storm that. I don't know what the latest one is. I think it's Dennis. Maybe it'll be Edna by the time you get to see this broadcast. It's sweeping across the nation and meaning that we've got doubts over meetings going ahead. Friday's been almost a washout. Sandown's gone, and Saturday and Sunday look dodgy to say the least. So we'll steer towards Market Rasen mainly. There's two bets there, but one at Ascot as well I couldn't resist. I handicapped the bumpers for Timeform. There's a horse called Belle's de Manech who was an impressive bumper winner on debut for Anthony Honeyball, and I suspect her latest performance when she ran at Cheltenham will put an edge on her. She was still inexperienced that day. Now I must confess I don't think a lot of these Honeyball horses progress rapidly because they tend to be so fit and clued up first time out, but her debut form when she won impressively ought to be enough if she reproduces that, and she could just get back on track for a stable that's going particularly well at the minute. So that's in the 4:45 at Ascot. Chancing one at a track that may not even go ahead, but that's Belle's de Manech in that bumper to close the card. The Rasen pair, one a conventional race time, one an unconventional one. The conventional one is Our Power in the 3:45. Now, when this horse ran at Kempton, 16 ran and he beat 13 of them. He basically ran really well. He was behind a pair in Honest Vic, the winner of that race, who's a strong stayer who was potentially well handicapped, so he couldn't live with him. The runner-up, Star of Lanka, is an out-and-out stayer as well. But Our Power did best of the rest. It was off his second start for the stable and a start after a layoff of about 10 weeks, so there's a chance that he was slightly lacking in fitness. He's always looked a stayer, but the most eye-catching thing is the fact the handicapper dropped him for that, which I couldn't believe really, and that means he can edge back from a 0 to 140 at a proper track to a 0 to 130 and a pretty ordinary 0 to 130 around one of the smaller courses. So Our Power looks potential nat material in that 3:45 at Market Rasen. And we'll sign off in the final race at Rasen as well. It ends with two low-grade handicap chases, does this card. But one of them features a horse with, I think, a pretty strong piece of form for the grade, and that's the Manuscript, who goes, wait for it, in the 4:52 at Market Rasen, not at Crayford. A horse who comes from a Chepstow race in which Sign of What was a big field, properly run race, thanks to the Nigel Hawke horse in there. The winner, Sign of War's already come out and won again over hurdles from a higher mark. Horses that were finishing down the field have shown better form and defeat since. Hector was nowhere, yet he's been placed since. So there's just a feeling that was a strong race for the grade, and this at Market Rasen looks quite the opposite. So the Manuscript, to make it his second win over fences, which has probably been a bit longer in coming than we might have anticipated, but with a really solid third behind him in that good race at Chepstow, he can confirm that promise and win a race again. So they're the three: Belle's de Manech, Our Power, and finally, maybe the best bet, the Manuscript.